Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have updates to share about Donald Trump's legal troubles, including big and embarrassing news about the investigation into his media company by the Security Exchange Commission. So, first, the Department of Justice has asked the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals to essentially overturn Judge Eileen Cannon's entire ruling. They requested that the special master appointment be nullified, which would allow them to move forward with their investigation as originally intended, as if Cannon never existed. So we'll see what happens with that. The next bit of news has to do with Trump's attempted coup. Trump was trying to block some of his White House officials from testifying before the grand jury that was convened by the DOJ. Well, Chief U.S. District Judge Beryl Howell ruled against Trump. She said that an aide to Vice President Mike Pence should testify because he likely had vital information that they couldn't gather from other sources. Trump appealed that decision, and he asked to at least postpone the aide's testimony until the appeal was all settled out. Well, the Court of Appeals denied that request as well. So last week, Mike Pence's chief of staff, a man named Mark Short, testified before the grand jury. We don't know what he said, but this is very bad news for Trump because it appears that judges are not buying his executive privilege excuse. It was also reported last week that a New Mexico U.S. district judge denied a request by attorney John Eastman to have his phone returned. So you guys probably recall his phone was seized by the FBI. This is also in relation to the DOJ's coup investigation. Eastman claimed that this caused him irreparable harm, but the judge disagreed. And the judge pointed out that Eastman has obtained a replacement phone. And the judge also noted that if Eastman wants to make First Amendment or privileged material claims, he needs to do that by filing a motion in DC because he said the New Mexico court is the wrong venue for those types of arguments. Now for the Trump media investigation. Will Wilkerson outed himself as the whistleblower who turned Trump in for security violations with respect to his media and technology company for which he was attempting to obtain funding. Wilkerson was one of the first employees of the media company. This is after he helped two other men to put the whole deal in motion and the whole idea of the media company in motion. One of the other two men is named Andy Litinsky. Litinsky was once a contestant on The Apprentice, and along with another former Apprentice contestant, he conceived of the idea and he pitched it to Trump. However, Litinsky was removed from the company's board of directors without warning for what he calls retaliation. So Wilkerson alleges that Trump wanted Litinsky to give up some of his Trump media stock to Melania Trump. Well, Trump had already been handed 90% of the company's stock just for the use of his name. He didn't have to put a dime into this company. And so the remaining 10% was going to be split up among everyone else. So when Trump first made this request of Litinsky, Litinsky told him, if I gift these shares of stock to Melania, this is going to trigger a massive tax payment for me, one that he couldn't afford. Trump didn't give a damn. He didn't care. He allegedly told Litinsky, quote, do whatever you need to do. He didn't. Litinsky did not do this. 5 months later, he's kicked off the board. And in an email to Wilkerson, Litinsky said that Trump was, quote, retaliating against me, and that Trump threatened to, quote, blow up the company if his demands are not met. And in addition to being pressured to give company stock to Melania, Wilkerson claims that Don Jr. and Eric Trump also started asking for larger stakes in the company. And Wilkerson said they did nothing. They did nothing to get the company off the ground. He told the Washington Post, quote, they were coming in and asking for a handout. They had no bearing in this company, and they were taking equity away from hardworking individuals. On top of all this, there was another player who got involved, and Wilkerson claims that this guy routed $8 million into the company, but he refused to say where the money came from. However, it was routed, we find out, from a bank in the Caribbean through a cryptocurrency company. That's not suspicious, right? So last week, Wilkerson was fired from Trump's media company, and his attorney said that it was, quote, patent retaliation against an SEC whistleblower. Then the attorney also said that Wilkerson is cooperating with investigators from the SEC, also as well with the Southern District of New York. And these guys kept meticulous logs of everything they did to prepare and launch this company. They also have logs of every communication with Trump and his family, and they left nothing out. So, for example, one log entry says that in regard to how to deal with Donald Trump Jr., someone advised them that he, quote, needs a bedtime story and some love. And here's some more entries which show exactly what it's like dealing with these narcissistic sociopaths and these golden spoon spoiled brats. September 23rd, 2021. Quote, President Trump calls me in the morning to yell at me because Don Jr. is upset. September 24th, 2021. Don Jr. calls Wes and yells at him. October 12th, 2021. DJT calls in crazy mood and he tries to renegotiate the entire deal. Don Jr. walks into room and wants to get paid. October 30th, 2021. DJT is pissed. And check this out. You guys remember, I'm sure, the pain in the ass Republican Congressman Devin Nunes. Total scumbag. As you guys all know, he left Congress to go work for Trump's media company. He is earning a reported $750,000 a year, plus bonuses, plus he's earning equity in the company. Wilkerson also says that after Litinsky was surreptitiously removed from the board, Nunes, Trump Jr., and Kash Patel were put on the board. So within days of that happening, the chiefs of technology, product development, and legal affairs all resigned. And Wilkerson told WAPO that he spoke out and he filed a complaint because he wanted to protect shareholders from harm. He saw this whole thing imploding from within. He said it was just a cesspool of people backstabbing and trying to, earn Trump's favor, get in his good graces, be the head honcho. And it's just pathetic. It is so pathetic how these people grovel to this man who's done nothing in his life, who had everything handed to him. And they act like he is some sort of god. And, here's Trump Jr. and Eric, supposedly these people who believe in standing on your own 2 feet, meritocracy, they've been handed everything in life. They've got nothing going for them. And so here they come to try to take more from these people who put this whole concept together and are only using their daddy's name. And so they think that they're owed something. What are they, socialists? So anyway, guys, I'll let you know when I hear more. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.